On the Outback tour, yeah. Sure, we just come back from northern Queensland, which was lovely. Cairns was beautiful.
Not long prior to that, you were in Melbourne.
That's
and
right,
this week, of course, in Sydney, and you sort of rounded
Yeah,
up.
we got Salinas tonight and the Brighton Hotel tomorrow night, I think. So it's like, this is our street-level Sydney season this week.
Neil, I was talking to a fellow up in Innisfail who, I think only a couple of days ago, said, oh, they were just at the house on the hill.
That's right,
in Cairns. And already you're back here. I thought, he's made a mistake.
We've got the sunburn to prove it, you know.
You picked up a little bit?
Yeah, we were out in a boat up there. It was good.
Also picked up a little burn on stage.
Yeah, well, it wasn't severe enough to burn me, luckily. I just sort of brushed.
I'll do better next time, I promise.
It was just the 240. No, it only took about half an hour to recover from it. I just felt a bit sort of dazed by it all. I don't know if anybody's had a shock, they'll know what I mean. But it wasn't serious enough to sort of impair my mentality or anything.
Oh, it's brilliant.
But I may have done. I may not have discovered it.
Yeah, I held it all together as usual.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, well, man. Electric shocks. Let's talk about them. Do they happen often to you on stage? Do many bands suffer with?
Well, it's an occupational hazard to a certain extent, I suppose. But this is the first time I've had a severe one. You know, you get the odd tingle off a microphone every now and again, but. Yeah, no, it was a real fright. It makes you very aware of the potency that you're playing with there on stage.
The electricity, it's like, you know, everybody, without electricity, rock and roll wouldn't exist.
Right.
But it can also kill you. So it's a strange little paradox.
It has happened in a couple of areas through the world, hasn't it?
Yeah,
And I think of late I've heard of quite a few local guys that have been...
Well, now and again you get a nasty little bolt on the microphone on your lips, you know, which can be quite sort of interesting. You sort of...
Is there any protective area?
No.
You've just got to do it and hope...
You've just got to go on and do it. A couple of the gigs we did up north, it was raining, and so there was a risk factor, but we still went on, you know. But there was one gig we had to blow out in Toowoomba, so anybody who's listening from Toowoomba, sorry, very sorry, but it was raining and there was no staging, and it would have been lethal to have gone on. So
with that electricity running through the water, of course.
Yeah.
Corroboree, mate. Can you tell us why the album was called Corroboree and why different names in different places?
Well, Corroboree here in Australia and Waiata for the rest of the world. Waiata is the Maori word, of course. Corroboree, at the risk of plundering somebody else's culture, we just decided it was a good word to use for two reasons, I suppose. One, because it pays homage in a way to the ethnic origins of Australia, which is our origins too in terms of the band's existence. I mean, we owe everything to Australia, really, even though we are New Zealanders as people. And two, the other reason was just because Corroboree, the feeling of sharing, like when a band like Split Enz comes together and plays together, and we always, even during our hard times, we felt that sense of joy and ecstasy, if you like, at the fact that we could play together and we could make great music. So, you know, that's it really. No more than that. It doesn't have any deeper meaning.
And the New Zealand name for the rest?
Waiata, right. It's
similar meaning?
Yeah, it is, although it's more orientated towards song. It sort of means song, singing, but it's similarly in a sharing sort of sense, you know.
One track, the first track on the album, and you use it as an opener to the show now, Hard Act to Follow. Can you tell us the meaning behind that song? I've had two reports.
Well, yeah, there's no... I really wouldn't like to clarify anything on Corroboree at all, because the beauty of any album is that people can sift through it and work it out for themselves. And,
make up their own mind.
Yeah, a lot of the songs are very open-ended. Hard Act to Follow is an open-ended song. It's not specific, so, you know. Work it out for yourself.
Okay. All right, dude. What about the overseas tour? When do you leave us?
Well, we're off in about a week now. We go to New Zealand first off for about 2 weeks, which is looking really good. I think it's sold out already, which is the first time that's happened to us. So.
Great.
And then after that, we're straight over to the States for about 4 weeks, then Europe and England for another 5, then back to America and Canada. And I think we're finishing up in Japan this time.
Yeah. Can I ask you to stay with us and we'll talk more about the tour and what future plans you have in mind? Well, thank you very much.
It's sort of more constant. We had a few breaks last time. We were able to tour Australia and then have a break and go overseas. So this time it's non-stop, so it's going to be fairly exhausting. But we're covering quite a few areas we didn't get to last time, like the south of America we had to blow out last time in favour of Canada.
Right.
This time we're doing both. And Japan, of course, at the very end of it, we're the first time we've ever been there.
Looking forward to going.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
yes,
wonderful.
Oh, just for the, you know, music and everything.
Oh, of course, yeah. And
Neil's too young to understand.
You're right, of course. When you come back, will you be doing what you did last time and doing a quick split around, or are you going to relax?
No, well, we'll be in dire need of a holiday, despite Japan, or maybe because of Japan. But we'll probably do a few little pre-Christmas jaunts, and then that'll be it. You won't see us for months.
Well, we'd like to do quite a lot. I don't know if we will, just because everything's been fairly quick this time, especially in New Zealand, and we're only doing 10 dates there. Normally we go back and do about 14, 15 dates.
It could be some relaxed dates.
Well, it would be nice to do some,
if you can.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise it's holiday time.
Yeah.
Well, you both instrumental in asking them to tour with you last time? Or
It was mainly me, wasn't it? They were my project.
I've still never seen them live, but Noel and Tim have both been to see them live.
Noel's a really big fan as well, yeah. When you see them live, it all gels as usual, you know.
Yeah.
And I just hope that they can get their records off the ground.
Top people.
Yeah,
So do we.
great. They're very talented.
And the last one did well for them. You want to say ta-ra to somebody who's going overseas?
Oh yes, Nathan Brenner, our manager. Excuse us, folks, we'll be a little bit indulgent here.
No
Nathan's
worries.
leaving overseas to get all the big wheels rolling over there. So, Nathan, we love you. Bye.
Do it, Nate.
See you in a
If
few
you
days.
don't, you're out.
How many solo projects are you able to fit in? You've written the song for Jimmy and the Boys. And
Yeah, well, see, I've got heaps of songs lying around on demos and that, and they just happened to find it and like it, so they did it. But I'm up for grabs, you know. I'm anybody's. So if you want, if you want a song, I can give you a song.
especially if you live in Japan. Now, what about the solo album? There was a rumour there.
Oh yes, well, the much
Possible?
touted solo project. Well, I've done a few songs. I've done about 5. And I may eventually put together an album, but it's pretty waffly at the moment. But I did it because on Split Enz albums I usually only sing.
Yeah.
So I did it so I could play drums and guitars and keyboards and everything, because I enjoy doing that. They could have used different types, but definitely started out that way.
Terrible, man. It's been lovely to talk to you, Neil and Tim. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Travel well over there, eh? And
Yes.
have as much success as you can. I know it'll be successful for you. You had heaps last time. We look forward to you coming back. If you come and join us on the show again, it would be lovely.
For sure, yeah.
Thank you, Don.
Okey-dokey. And maybe we get some of those dates in when you get back before you go on holiday.